Hi everyone, I hope you're all keeping safe and well. I'm missing you all lots. I just thought I'd do a video to teach you a mindfulness activity. So mindfulness is all about being in the here and now. It's really good to practice on a daily basis, and it's particularly good if you're feeling stressed, worried, anxious, overwhelmed, or if you're having any negative thoughts. So the activity we're going to do today is called 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, I've come to this lovely forest to do this activity, and I'm really lucky because it's just on my doorstep. But you can do this literally anywhere. You can do it in your bedroom at home, you can do it in the garden, you can do it when you're out on your daily walk. So I hope you give it a go. So the activity is 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things that you can hear, 2 you can smell, and the last one I'm going to keep as a surprise for you. So the first part of 5 things that we can see, the first thing I can see is some absolutely stunning bluebells. Show you. They're really, really pretty. They were even nicer a couple of weeks ago. Okay, so the second thing I can see is this really unusual fallen down tree, which I think looks a bit like some weird snail creature. So the third thing I found that I can see is a den that looks like someone's been making in the forest and having lots of fun with. So the fourth thing I can see is the beautiful sun shining through the canopy of the trees. And the fifth thing I can see, the last one, is this root system on a tree, and I think it looks a bit like a stick man, which is pretty cool. So we're now on to the 4 things part of our activity, and that is 4 things that you can touch. So the first thing I found to touch is this holly. Now obviously I'm going to be careful because it's a bit prickly, so I'm going to give it a go. Yeah, it's quite sharp on the end, but the actual leaf is quite smooth. And then there's some leaves over here that are a bit drier, so they're a bit rougher. So the second thing I found to touch is this tree. And it feels really soft and quite furry until you touch the actual bark, which is then quite rough. So my third thing to touch is on this bridge, there's a wire covering. So I'm going to give it a feel. So the actual wire obviously makes it quite bumpy. And then you've got the wood underneath. So my fourth thing to touch, I found this really nice moss on this tree stump. So I'm going to feel it, and it feels quite soft and quite velvety. So the next part of the activity is 3 things that we can hear, and if I listen really carefully, I can hear a plane flying overhead, I can hear lots of birds chirping away, sometimes I can hear an owl or a woodpecker when I'm in here, but I can't hear that today. And I can hear the wind blowing through the trees and rustling the leaves. So now we're on to 2 things that we can smell. And I find this a bit more difficult. My sense of smell isn't particularly great. Some people I know have an amazing sense of smell, like Miss Dias can smell things an absolute mile away. But I'm going to give it a go. So take some deep breaths in. So I can smell these lovely bluebells that are all around me. It's quite a strong smell, and they're really, really lovely. And I'll give it another go. I can actually smell a barbecue smell. There's some houses just over there, and I think they must be enjoying a barbecue because it is tea time. So now we're on to the last part of the activity, which is one thing. And I want you to think of one thing that is positive about you. Now, lots of people find this really hard, and to be honest, I find it quite hard too. But I would say one positive thing about me is that I'm kind. Try to do things for other people, and I try and be kind. And I know that all of you have many, many positive things about yourselves. So you should be able to think of one thing. So I hope you've enjoyed this activity. I know I have. It's been quite a stressful, busy day, and I feel a lot better after doing this activity. So give it a go, and I'm sure that it will help you to feel a lot calmer, less anxious, and less worried about things. So I hope you stay safe and well, and I really hope to see you soon.